As the world still grapples with Omicron surge, Canadians continue to feel the effect in every sector, and our community is not left out. One of the people at the forefront of the fight against COVID-19 here in Nova Scotia is Dr. Alex Emezie. He is a family doctor and he joins us now from Halifax. Thank you for joining us, Doctor.
Thank you very much, Promise, for the opportunity to share my thoughts on this matter. Thank you.
It's always good to see you. So, Doctor, how bad is the situation right now?
I know from looking at what's going on, it does seem as though the situation is rather ominous. But to be frank, it is not as bad as it looks. So I'm going to use some of the data in Nova Scotia to explain this. So at this point in time, we've got about 33,000 active cases of COVID in the community. When you compare that number to what we had about 6 months ago in the May or thereabout, we had only between 200 and 300 active cases at the peak of the third wave. Now, when you look at the number, it's about 20-fold increase, and that's quite worrisome. However, the good news is that there are less people requiring hospitalization. At this point in time, there are only about 84 people of these 33,000 that have required hospitalization so far, and that's good news. The reason why I say it's good news is because many people are getting milder cases compared to the previous variant of the infection.
Awesome. Concerns again from the community. A lot of them are asking, when can we have that COVID break? Is the Omicron the right one to bring us that break?
That's a splendid question. And there have been a lot of data showing that the Omicron variant is not as bad as the Delta variant and the Alpha variant, which we had in the previous waves. And so, for that reason, some people are having this infection and do not even know that they've got COVID, because many of them get very simple symptoms like flu-like symptoms. Others will have headaches and mild body aches. And after about a week or so, they are much better compared to what it was in the previous time. There was more fear because the Delta variant and the Alpha variant were very, very mobile. They caused a lot of problems. So actually, that we're getting a break. And the reason why this might be happening is twofold. One, there is evidence that the mild symptoms we experience with Omicron variant is what is expected, what is happening worldwide. However, that can also be attributable to the fact that more people are getting immunized. So far in Nova Scotia, over 75% of the population has had at least 2 doses. So that's a great thing, making the symptoms less of a concern and less requirement to go into the hospital. So that is a break for the hospitals. That's the break for the doctors as well.
Absolutely. I can't agree less. So, from the medical standpoint, how should we continue to guard against this infection?
Again, another great question. And I would really say that we're doing all we can so far. Many of us are responding to the call to get immunized. And the key is immunization, immunization, immunization. As many people as possible should get their first, second, and third doses to ensure that the symptoms remain very mild and the hospitals can cope more. I'll also say that we should also take simple precaution like making sure that when we go into public places, we use the hand sanitizers, we make sure we are all masked up, we make sure that we keep social distances. These are simple things we can do to avoid spreading the infection. And if you have symptoms, please stay at home. Many a times people do not require hospitalization or going to see their doctor. Simple steps like taking analgesia, keeping yourself well hydrated, is enough to stay through the symptoms and get better. I'm just going to emphasize one little thing, right? Um, I've had patients that have had cancers, okay? They've had chronic diseases like kidney failure and things like that. They've had Omicron infection, and many of them have recovered without going to the hospital. So please do not panic. If you have been tested positive for COVID, stay at home. Watch out for signs and symptoms. Unless you're struggling with breathing problems, you're having fever that's not coming down with analgesia, perhaps you can reach out to 811. Otherwise, many people will recover fully from COVID. So this is a big let off.
So, Doctor, I must say thank you for sharing your thoughts with us today.
Thank you, Promise, for having me, and I appreciate the opportunity to share my thoughts. Thank you.
Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more community updates. I am Promise Okoy, and I'll see you soon.